Welcome to day 14 of our 21 Days to a Wealthier, Healthier, More Beautiful You. I'm Natalie Pace, and thank you for joining me today. Today, day 14, the mantra is beauty. Now, I'm going to paraphrase something, but this is Bucky Fuller. And he would say, when I'm working on a problem, I never try to find something beautiful. I just solve the problem. However, at the end, if it isn't beautiful, I know it's wrong. So do an assessment. Do you think that your life is beautiful? Do you think that your job is beautiful? Do you think that your relationship with your children is beautiful? And where you see beauty, let's shine a light and do more of that. Do you think your body is beautiful? Now, I definitely want body positivity, right? That we should all be very, very proud of who we are. But I also want health priorities. I want you to be living a life that is healthy and sustainable. Is your food beautiful? Is your lifestyle beautiful? I even think, I'm sorry to say this, I even think about composting because if you're even throwing your food waste into your garbage can, it's stinky, it's not beautiful at all, and it creates methane in the landfill, and it's a huge problem that is simply fixed with a compost container. And most cities allow you to compost in the green yard waste bin. My uncle told me that he used to dig this giant hole in his backyard. And obviously, you're going to have to cover it so that you don't step in it. But he would just throw his food waste into the giant hole. Maybe he would use something that you would create holes with to put poles in. And he said at the end, when it got filled up, he would plant something there. And that was always the most healthy plant, was the one that was on top of the compost pile. You can go to the Edible Schoolyard Project. In fact, in our Earth Gratitude docuseries in the Eco Kids, we have a little video where they show us how to compost. Now, I don't think that everybody can compost. You might be a renter, you might have an apartment building, you might have a very small lot. You don't want to compost. You're worried about animals. So there, I'm just saying is that where there are things that are not beautiful, we can actually make them more beautiful, even food waste. Sorry to use that one, but let's talk about that and let's notice a good exercise throughout the day is just to ask ourselves that, like walk throughout the day and actually do this. Absolutely. Take an hour walk today in the neighborhood. First of all, it's going to get you to start understanding. You might even meet a few neighbors. You might meet a few dogs on the way. You're probably going to see some trees. You might hopefully find an area where there's fewer cars, so you're breathing more, fresh air and clean air. So as you are walking, I want you to look around and notice beauty. Oh, wow, look at how cool that tree is. Look at those beautiful flowers. Isn't that interesting that in this particular house, they've planted native plants and I didn't even notice that native plant before. That's more beautiful to me than, that green lawn over there with all the pesticides on it and not obviously water resilient. So, go around your day and look for beauty. Go around your walk for 1 hour and look for beauty. When you notice something that is not beautiful, you might ask yourself, how can I make this beautiful? As we said with Buckminster Fuller at the top of this session, if I look at food waste in my garbage can and how stinky it is, that is not beautiful. And so I know it's wrong. And I know that there's a way that I can lead to greater beauty, and it's not taking it out every single day, right? Um, but what is it that is beautiful about your life? What is it that you would like to have more beautiful? And sometimes, look, I struggle with certain areas in my health, and it requires, like I can't drink very much. I have to eat less sugar. It requires sacrifices of things that I actually would have fun doing, like eating, I like eating a lot of fruit, right? And I have to even limit that sometimes if I have some sort of reaction to the sugar in the fruit. So, I mean, it does require sometimes a shift in behavior, a shift out of our habits. But that's what this series is all about, is being honest, right? Where there isn't beauty, there is a call to action for something that can create something more beautiful. And what calls to action are you willing to acknowledge in your own life? So be honest. What's beautiful? What's not beautiful yet? Also, make it a point to notice the beautiful. Make it a point to notice the beautiful and be grateful for the beautiful. So again, we're wrapping back in those things. As you're doing that, if you're walking along, you're going to be smiling and you're going to be met with smiles. And as you carry that energy into your office, that's going to mean that you are more present to do a better job at whatever it is that you are doing for your day job or your passion project job or your charitable giving. All right, so let's embrace beauty today. And where we do not see beauty, we're not going to pretend that it's beautiful. We're going to say, oh, well, obviously that solution is wrong. And how can we create beauty by making different choices? All right, I will see you tomorrow, and we will be starting week 3, which is invite people to our prosperity and abundance party. Have a lovely weekend. I'll see you soon.